Hi there, Coach. It's Jess and Carolyn here, and today we want to talk to you about why you should only be working with ideal clients in your coaching or consulting business. We also want to talk to you about why that's so important to get amazing client results and make you happy in your business. And as always, make sure you click the bell so you get notified when new episodes become available here every Wednesday.
All about helping you go from passion to profits in your coaching business.
In the beginning of your coaching or consulting career, you might be working with pretty much anybody that comes your way, right? And that's totally okay because we all need to be making money. In the beginning, you want to get the experience, but over time, you might notice that it might not be worth working with people who are just not ideal. And we made that mistake in the beginning and we learned from it. And now it's really important for us to identify people who are perfect for our programs so that we know that we can enjoy working with them and the clients enjoy working with us as well. So let's talk a little bit about how we can identify these clients, what some of the criteria might be, right, for your clients, and how you can make a checklist for your business so you work with more of the perfect people. As a coach or a consultant, when you work with clients who are not ideal, you will quickly realize what that's like. For us, we have experienced things like refunds, right? Clients are coming in and they quickly notice that it's just not working out and you experience refunds, which nobody really wants to deal with. As a coach, it's also very disappointing when your advice falls on deaf ears and you feel as though your clients are just not following through. And it may not even be their fault. They may not have the resources or the know-how or even the determination or the commitment to do the work. So there is just a big mismatch and a big gap. Just from your experience in dealing with clients as the director of operations, what have you noticed is happening to clients who are just not ideal?
I think you can really see a mismatch. And that mismatch can happen in terms of either communication or in terms of mindset, right? In terms of style. So when there's a mismatch in terms of personality or communication style, sometimes the client also doesn't feel understood, which can create a problem and can create some animosity between the client and the coach. So that's one of the things we've seen. We've also seen a situation where clients feel under pressure. So when they're in a situation where the program isn't a match or the coach isn't a match, they feel really pressured to complete the work, and that can create a negative energy as they're moving through the program as well.
Absolutely, yeah. When you're profiling your ideal client, you can actually make a list of criteria that you can go through and check off as you interview an ideal client or you put together your marketing or anything in your business. The first thing you should look at is your client's life circumstances. And I want to give you a couple of examples. For us as business coaches, for example, we might look at a client's educational background, their work experience, and maybe even their life experience. We might look at what their goals are. We might look at their technology know-how and how experienced they are in working with tech or building websites or designing brands and even copywriting. So we look at the client's skill set and we look at their background to see if they really have what it takes to be launching out their own coaching or consulting business. Now, what we want you to do right now is look at your ideal client and start to brainstorm some real life circumstances that are really important for you when you make your ideal client checklist. There are two more I want to talk to you about, and that is financial resources and time commitment, or how much time your client has available to dedicate to your program and working with you. Of course, as a coach, you want to work with people who have the financial resources to be investing in your program. But in certain niches, such as maybe a business coach, for example, it's even more important that your clients have the finances to be investing not only in you as a coach, but in themselves and all the other things they need to be launching out their business. So look at your client's financial situation and their status to make sure they are really ideal for you. The second thing is time. You really want to look at how much time your client has available to be investing into themselves and your program to get the results they're looking for. Your client might be working full-time. Maybe they're a parent. They might even be retired or staying at home. All these things will give them either a lot of time to dedicate to it or very little time. So really look at all of these different aspects and factors in your client's life to make sure that they have everything you're looking for to get the best possible result. Now we want to talk to you a little bit about your client's mindset and what they're thinking, which is just as important as their life situation.
So there are definitely some traits of success that help our clients indicate their success having to do with their mindset from the very beginning. And we actually go as far as to talk about these right on the discovery call so we know what they're setting themselves up for. One of the first traits of success is definitely their ability to be action-oriented. We want people that are going to set a goal and move toward that goal throughout the entire progress in the program. We definitely also want people that are really committed, so they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to that goal. We want people that are decisive in our program, and those are people who are going to be able to make a decision and stick with it. If you're in between and you're waffling, that's a horrible place to be, and that's going to take you a lot longer to get to goals in your business. We also want to work with people who are coachable. It's important for somebody to be able to take advice and take it well, right? We don't want people that are going to be thinking they already know everything, because then at that point, what are they here for, right? We're here to sort of have them stand on our shoulders and be able to guide them to that end result, to that accomplishment that they want to achieve, right? We also, of course, want to work with people that are positive and that are overall just good people. We also really want to work with people who understand that their success is their personal responsibility and nobody else's. We want to understand that the coach and client relationship is always 100-100, right? They need to go into it understanding that their success is their own responsibility, and we'll do everything that we can to teach them our system and get them to that point, but they also have to understand that it's not a guaranteed outcome. They actually need to do the work and move through the program. Finally, it's also really important that we have people that have a growth mindset, that are open to changing themselves and open to growing in the program, versus that they're fixed and they're stable and they just want to be in that one place forever. They have to be open to having change. They have to be open to transforming. So Carolyn, when it comes to an ideal client, what are some goals and coaching expectations that we want to establish with the client?
Absolutely.
So in addition to your client's life circumstances and their mindset, you want to get on the same page when it comes to their goals and their expectations on you as their coach or consultant. When it comes to goals, really think about what you can confidently promise or help your clients accomplish. Now, this is really important. You will not ever guarantee a specific result or a specific goal, because you're working with people and not robots. You're working with human beings who have strengths and weaknesses and a lot of things happening, and you can't control all these factors. So you want to ask yourself, what am I confident in accomplishing for my clients without making a guarantee? And those are your clients' goals. The last criteria you really need to get clear on is your client's expectations on you as a coach, and that is the coaching expectation. And what I mean by that is how much coaching you will provide to the client. So how many one-to-one sessions will you provide? How long are those sessions? How many emails will you answer? What are your business hours? All of these details are important so that your client is not disappointed when they're not receiving what they expected in the beginning. So a good idea might be for you to create a list of coaching features inside of your client agreement that says, here's how many sessions you receive, here's how many calls you can be on, here are my business hours, here's the expected turnaround time for a response, for example, so that, again, right from the start, your client knows exactly what to expect. Jess, can you talk to us a little bit about actual action items? What do we want our audience and our viewers to do right now?
Absolutely. The first piece is to really spell out your ideal client checklist. And in just a moment, we'll show you how to do that. The second piece is that you want to communicate these expectations clearly to your team when you're training them what to say on calls and to know what to look for on those calls as well. The next piece is you want to build it into your sales script as well. So once you've communicated to your sales team what they should look for, go as far as to actually spell that out in your syntax, in your script. So again, it flows effortlessly through the course of the sales conversation. And then finally, you also want to communicate this in your marketing. For example, in your webinar, it's really a nice place to say, this is for you if, this is not for you if. So the clients also are identifying themselves in the process and knowing that they want to build that relationship and work together.
And now Jess and I have something really special for you. We want to make this whole ideal client process really super simple for you. And that's why we want to give you our ideal client checklist. Our own coaching clients are using this checklist to profile their ideal clients. And this checklist will give you a long list of different criteria that you can apply to your ideal client. All you need to do is click down below in the description, download your checklist, and get started profiling your ideal client right now.
Now we'd love to hear from you. Why don't you drop us a comment below? Let us know how it's gone when you've worked with ideal clients and not so ideal clients. Let us know what that felt like.
As always, Jess and I want you to really stay focused on your goals. Do yourself a favor and really identify those ideal clients so that you get to enjoy the work you do every single day and your clients get amazing results. If you liked the episode, give us a like below, leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel, and then we want to see you again here next week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
From Passion to Profits Live, our big annual event for coaches and consultants, is happening this October in New York City. Discover the insider secrets of the millionaire coaches, network with the stars, and learn from the best. Do you want a ticket? For more info, go to FromPassionToProfitsLive.com. You don't want to miss it.